Well, it's a great atmosphere. It's a great opportunity to meet the Europeans from all the different countries and share perspectives and speak with them.
One thing is for sure, there are enough meetings focusing on youth unemployment, but it is high time we start doing something and not only pretend to act. You are today to develop your own agenda to fight youth unemployment.
Almost 6 million of young people in Europe are unemployed. I'm worried about having a lost generation if nothing happens. What happens in politics right now is nothing or not enough. Chancellor Merkel is going to host a summit here in Berlin tomorrow, where she intends to be congratulated on offering 6 billion euros for fighting youth unemployment in Europe. One could believe that 6 billion euros are a large amount of money. However, given the fact that there are 6 million of young people unemployed, it means only 1,000 euro for each of them, and these 1,000 euros are not for 1 year, but for a period of time until 2020. And if you take into account another 5 generations with further young unemployed, all that remains are only about 200 euro for each person. And this is not really a lot what Chancellor Merkel and Europe are willing to give for the fight against youth unemployment. At the same time, they spent 1,200 billion euros on saving the banks. I also would not offer young people any sorts of jobs whatsoever abroad, but rather take care for jobs in their home countries. Their countries need jobs and economic stimulus packages. Those packages have already proven that they result in jobs, and if there are jobs for all, there are also jobs for the young. We have to interpret Europe differently. We have to interpret Europe as if it were one country with one financial policy, one economic policy, one labor market policy, and the labor market policy will have to be carried out so long and so intensively until everybody here in Europe will be employed.
If we rob young people of promising prospects for life, we exclude them from society and also from the future of our European project. We lose them as supporters and shapers of democracy and the European Union. We are putting an entire European generation at risk. This is dangerous and unacceptable. First, we demand comprehensive financial stimuli across the EU to get European economies back on track. Second, we call for a full implementation and extension of the European Training Guarantee Program, the Youth Guarantee. Third, we require free movement for everybody across all EU member states. And finally, we call for a fundamental restructuring of all spheres of society in order to account for the needs and ambitions of young people.
was really glad to hear you talk about and criticising the current fiscal policy of the European Union. I wonder if you have any views on the EU's monetary policy?
Most of the people that have to deal with the consequences of today's European policy are not even allowed to vote.
Then in the groups, we had a very interesting discussion because we, like all the participants, we are here from many countries, had the possibility to give their thoughts and ideas on the topic, and we brought them together, and this kind of way of working, like a kind of brainstorming that we have been doing and that we will refine during the day to produce some final text.
To meet all these different people and to join the ideas, to collect the ideas, because we were in the group Vocational Training and University Education. We had really interesting discussions, and also the social factor is very important. We're having a lot of fun, and it's a great idea that should definitely be repeated. Thanks.
Well, I think that nowadays, for young people, this time of conference are very important.
It's a good opportunity, and it's kind of overwhelming to know that we are all gathered here.